What's up? You're in the shed with Ted. It's part two. What happened? Did I mess up? You're in the shed with Ted. This is part two. I'm here with Ralph Morrison. We were talking about Martin Luther King's assassination, what he was doing, what was his occupation. If you guys wasn't with us on part one, Ralph's from 1943, really old. I'm from 1985, so it's good when we get to come together and talk and we get to compare and contrast about our lives, and he gets to give me a lot of insight of things that went on. So we're gonna go back to him and he's gonna tell us about where he was, what he was doing, occupation. As we see, he is a mechanic. He could take your whole car apart, piece it back together. He's literally Racket Ralph. What he was doing when Martin Luther King got assassinated. And we're just punching random questions. We're gonna go for 10 minutes on this video. I'm from Lake Placid, Florida, originally from Dominica. Press the like, thumbs up. Let's do this, all right? Let's go.
So, April '68, living in Iowa.
I'm gonna get the camera thing right. I'm gonna get one of them stand things.
Working, let's see, where was I working at? What was the name of the company? Forgot. The same company that makes the Orange Bowl, the bleachers. Miami Orange Bowl, the bleacher seats. There were individual seats years ago.
I know what you're talking about. Lazy Boy?
Well, no, it was for the football stadium.
Okay.
This company up in Iowa. I can't think of the name of it now. I worked there as a welder.
Somebody thumbs up and go ahead and tell us what company he's talking about that made the seats for the Miami Dolphins arena.
In the 1960s.
1960s, though. Go ahead and tell us. Trivia. We got $10 on that. I'll cash app you.
Yeah. Putting, just welding those seats together. The same company makes, you see all this candy stripe playground equipment?
Mm-hmm.
Same company.
They make all that stuff too. And it's a welding company.
Yep.
So you were...
They manufacture all the parts and pieces. Well, they were in Grinnell, Iowa. I don't know if they've gotten bigger, but back then there was, you go in and put on a welding helmet and sit there and weld for 8 hours a day.
If I'm not mistaken, it was at 7:06 that evening on April the 6th, probably. Do you remember, were you coming from work? You were riding the hog at a bar. You don't remember that night, Gray?
No, I couldn't say for sure exactly.
Mm.
I think we were at the drive-in when we heard about it. Used to drive an old 30 Model A sedan with a Chrysler Hemi in it.
Okay. Do you remember what movie you were watching that night?
No, it was A&W root beer stand.
What? What does that mean?
It's a drive-in restaurant.
So you didn't go to a drive-in movie, you went to a drive-in restaurant.
Yeah.
So that's where, like, how a McDonald's would be back then. You would pull in and
Well,
they'll serve-
McDonald's had, you know, when they first started McDonald's, it used to be somewhat of a drive-in.
Okay.
Then they added the rooms to eat.
Uh-huh.
But back then, a drive-in like a A&W root beer stand,
Sorry.
they sold hamburgers and hot dogs. That was basically about it. But root beer, A&W root beer in the big gallon jugs and everything. And then that was in the local area because they could have a shed for the restaurant, and then they'd have the walkway and it'd be covered over, and they'd have 40 parking spots on one side.
Mm.
You know, and then there'd be parking all over. So it was the only place in town where you could go with your hot rod and everything. And then I used to win a lot of money with that old board.
That's lit. That's lit. I'm trying to think. Let's see. Your first rock concert. Let's talk about that. I know you had you remember that.
Oh.
Look, that didn't even take long. You said, "Oh, which one do I want to tell you about?"
No, I was trying to backtrack to see which one was the first one I went to.
I'll have some
was,
Jimi Hendrix going right now. This is brought to you by Bear Max Pest
I
Control.
remember riding the bike.
1833 Bugbear.
I remember riding the bike to Des Moines to go to the concert. Who the hell was Black Sabbath?
Black Sabbath. Tell me the experience of that Black Sabbath concert.
Oh, didn't remember much of it.
What does that mean? What does that mean in the most PG-13 way possible?
Spaced out.
Okay, all right, cool. I can ride with that. Wow, okay, man, it almost makes me want to ask the first time you had vegetables, but I won't ask that because I'm trying to keep it PG. I do have a gang of daughters and one son. Wolfgang. This is brought to you by Bear Max Pest Control. I gotta keep plugging myself because if I don't, nobody else will. Let's do it. Man, can I go there with you?
I don't even know if the place still exists.
You know what? On the next video, I'm going to ask him how he feels about politics in 2020. I got to ask him. So I'm going to shorten up this video right here because they say people only watch 10-minute videos. So I'm going to make this one a little shorter. And then the next one, we're going to go back to 10 minutes. So stay tuned to In the Shed with Ted, part 3. We're going to talk about politics. Yeah, we're going there.